Okay, so welcome everyone to our weekly, why monthly? Weekly SC call. As every Monday, we have an international speaker, an international guest that is going to share with us their story and their tips for success. So today we invited Charity. Charity joined the business in August 2015 when she was unemployed. And then she got a job a month later, but she went to DD in the second month and SDD in the next month. She hit SSC within a year, so she had a great first year. But then with just one active downline, I will ask you about that, she remained in SSC for more than a year. She actually hit QNMD in March, and now she's going for NMD. She also quit her job in November 2017. So the Juice Plus business was with you all along the journey from when you were hired to when you quit your job.
Exactly.
So welcome on our call, Charity. Tell us more about your story.
What you've just said, you've just kind of given them a brief introduction of me. This is me. I had 2 kids. I've got 2 girls, and after I had my first baby, my weight went up, and then the second baby, it went up more. So which most of us we do, we have that desire to say, you know what, I want to lose weight, and we struggle with it and all that. So when this opportunity came, that particular year, I needed to do 2 things in my life that I wanted mostly, and that was 1, to lose weight, and 2, to get a job. I wanted that fun. I didn't want to like depend on my husband anymore. You know, I wanted to be able to support the family, you know, not just having one source of income coming into the house. So when this opportunity came, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know what the business was all about. But all I knew was that I needed something. I needed to do something. So I jumped on it, you know, and like every one of us that has jumped on it, we come in not knowing what we're doing, and then we get trainings, we come to Zoom calls like this, and you're empowered. And that's the good thing about the Zoom calls that we do. It empowers you. If you feel down and then you come into any Zoom that you go into, it gives you the courage to go back, to fight again. You understand me? So for me, that was it. And then I think my first pay, when I got my DD that month, my first pay was about 60 or 70 pounds. And then when I hit my SDD, I got my bonus reconfirmed, and I'm like, okay, this business is something that I'll really have to go into it more. And that's what it is. The thing is, looking at the topic that we're talking about as the secrets to a community success, to make a community successful, to make you successful, that you have to hunger and desire for it. Janice, that is the most important thing. I can't do it for you. My one is to speak to you and say to you this, but you personally, you have to hunger for it, you have to desire for it, and then you have to work towards it. The most important thing is when we're talking about success, it starts from here. It starts from, you have to start thinking about it. So that's where it is, the thinking, the hunger for it, the desire for it, it has to come from within. And once you're able to get that, then you take actions towards it. And one of the actions that you have taken to become successful in this business is what you're doing now. It's you being on this Zoom call. Because you know what? For anyone that comes to a Zoom call and go back the same, then that person does not have that fighting spirit in them. Because you have to desire it. Yes, I bring you into the business, but you know what? If you don't desire it, if you don't desire success, you see, the thing about success, most of us tend to we're looking for the secret to success. But you know what? The secret to success, it lies inside you. It's actually inside of you. Because that success that you're looking for, you're looking at people's stories, success stories. But then how did they get themselves to become successful? They started by becoming hungry for it. And that's what you need to do. I want to use it. I know you guys wanted me to come and share what I do, the tips and all that, which most of us, we've heard about it. You've heard about you have to be consistent in what you're doing. You have to keep posting. You have to, but I want to take us to a different. Let's look at a different approach now. We all know. Look at the life of an eagle. Look at the characteristics of an eagle. When you're talking about an eagle is. Hang on, I wrote it down here. When you're talking about an eagle has a powerful vision. He has a very powerful mission. And the vision of an eagle is to what? Is to look for a bird. And once he gets it, what? He grips it, and that's it. He holds firm. An eagle holds firm. So that's the vision. That's what you want to take with you. Have that powerful vision. We all came into this business for a purpose. I don't know what your purpose is, but you have your why. Make your why stronger. Make your why stronger than your excuses. For me, I got into this business, and when I sat down and I listened to people, who are successful in the business, women like myself, men like, that think and have the same goals. That's what we community. We all have the same goals, and the same goals is what? To inspire healthy living around the world. That's what we're doing. That's what our goal is. That's what we're aiming for. So now that is what we want to work towards. We want to inspire people. We want to get people to inspire people to live healthy. And how do we do that? If you need to work on yourself and tell your story. You know what? The best way you can be successful is when you tell your story. When people hear your story, don't tell them anybody's story, because when you're telling your story, it comes from here. It comes from the heart. When you're telling your story, it comes because you know what? You went through that, whatever challenge that you went through, and you know the process that you applied to come out of it. So when you're telling that story, it comes from your heart. And once people are able to connect to your story, once somebody is able to connect to your story, that's it. That story, they buy your story, and that's all you need. That's what you need. Now, an eagle, it's an animal, and it's a bird that is what? It's fearless. An eagle is fearless. So you have to go out there fearless, regardless of who you're speaking to, regardless of who you come in contact to. Just be fearless in what you're doing. Be fearless in what you're doing. Hold firm. Hold firm to whatever your dreams are, whatever your vision is. I remember somebody said to me the other day, they said, I don't believe in dreams, because when you talk about dreams, you close your eyes. When you're sleeping, you're dreaming. But when you talk about vision, your eyes are open. You know what you're going for. So I'm not going to say to you dreams. I'm going to say to you, let your vision be mightier, be greater than your excuses. Let them be greater. Let them be stronger than your excuses. And you know what? I want to say to us, for me, I'm not going to say I got stuck in SSC. You know what? I'm going to say I got relaxed. Do you know what? Because that's what it is. You get to a point in this business, for me, I think I believe I got relaxed, because then when I now sat down and I wanted it more, and I sat and said, what am I doing? What really am I doing? You might think that what you're doing is right. Don't get me wrong. You understand me? Because I think that if you're doing things in a certain way, and it's not giving you the results. It's not giving you the results that you need. What do? You have to research it. You have to kind of reposition yourself and start thinking, what exactly? Thanks, Andres. Yes, relax. So you have to start asking yourself, what exactly, am I doing? What am I doing wrong? And then you do what? And then you follow. And then you start thinking, okay, if I'm doing this right, if I'm not doing it, what do I need to do? The other thing that I do as well, and I still do it, is I don't just look up to my upline. I look up to so many other people who I believe are doing very well, are successful in this business, and I look at what they are doing. I go to their Facebook page, I follow them on their Facebook page, and I see what they're doing, I watch what they're doing, whatever they're doing, I follow that way. So don't just rely on your upline. Look at other people. You might even have a downline that is doing very well. You might have a downline that, because the thing, I believe each and every one of us, we are unique in our own way. We've got things that, you've got skills that I don't have. You understand me? So what do? If I connect to you and I get your skills and we share it together, just like what we're doing tonight, we're sharing ideas, you know? Don't just look to your upline or look up to people that you know. Move, stretch yourself abroad, you know, stretch yourself, look for other people, follow other people. Like we've got different groups. If you look into the different groups that we have and you're not there, join into those groups. It might not be your own specific group within your own group, you know, but then you go into there, search for them, look for them, and find out how they are doing in that group. And learn from there. The most important is that you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to learn from anyone, regardless of who that person is, whether young or old, regardless of who they are. Be willing to learn. And then the other thing I'm going to say to us is, like, when I was able to build myself to SC with only one leg, even up onto SSC, and I know Lauren was going to ask me that question. Then it comes to the fact, how did I do it? The point is, you are in this business. You're already in it. You're seeing people who are doing very well. You've seen people getting recognized on stage for different positions and all that. And then what? You want to be there. So what? Don't quit. You don't quit. There are days that you're gonna be. There are days I felt like giving up. There were times I felt like, hang on, I'm doing literally everything that I've been asked to do and nothing seems to be working. It's nothing to do with you. To be honest to you, it's nothing to do with you. It's to do with the fact that you're bringing the wrong people. You're bringing in the wrong people into the business. That's just what it is. The minute you're able to get someone that comes into the business and sees the vision and sees the mission of what the company is and runs with it, you're good. You're good to go. So I don't know if anyone has any question. I don't want to keep going on and on and on and on. If anyone has any question that they want to ask, please.
First of all, Charity, I loved everything you said. If anyone has question and you guys, you want to mute yourself or post it in the chat, go ahead. So what I really loved is that you keep it very simple. So you talked about being hungry, have like a burning desire for whatever your dream is. Share your story and share your story from the heart, share your story with passion. And that's what's really going to make the difference. Be willing to learn from anyone. And this is so important. And that's why we always talk about working with sidelines and be inspired and learn from anyone. And don't quit. Those are really the most simple things, but it's really what you have to do to succeed and to keep growing in this business. So what I wanted to ask you is, first of all, okay, I love what you said about getting relaxed as SSC, because I did exactly the same. I relaxed as SSC, and I love that because I think, tell me if you agree with me, we have to learn to put ourselves in an uncomfortable state, even when we get comfortable. Because like sometimes we give ourselves a goal, and then when we reach that goal, we get comfortable, while we have to learn to dream bigger and to give ourselves a new vision. So our vision can change while we grow and we grow our business. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, what is your vision? And what is your vision for your team? What do you think what kind of people are your tribe? And how do you attract your tribe?
The thing is, like I said, the most important thing for me, what I do is I look at I speak to what I do is I've got this for everyone. I send a friend request on Facebook. Yeah, I do a 1-minute video. Yeah, I introduce myself. I tell them this is what I do. I'm into inspiring healthy living around just for 1 minute, because you know with Messenger you cannot send any video more than 1 minute. So it has to be 1 minute. So I do the 1-minute video, introduce myself, what I do, my position, and what I'm looking for, in the sense that I want someone that wants to come into the business, that would want to be successful in the business, and my role, you know, in supporting them is to make sure that they become successful as well. So I just do that 1-minute video and that's it, and I send it to them. So when they respond back to me, depending on what response I get, I can get a yes, you can get a no, some they'll say. So depending on that response, that depends on what next I say to them. You understand? So that's what I do. And then with regards to my team, what I've done and what I do with my team is I keep in touch with my team all the time, regardless, because we know that in this business, you can only get up to the 5th generation, whatever you're getting. But I even exceed my 5th generation. Because you know what? You get to a point in this business and you discover that it's not just about you getting money from people. It's about you reaching out to women, men, people that, you know, need that financial freedom. So that's what I do. So I get in touch, I stretch myself as far as to my team, who are people who are not under my 5th generation, and I work with every one of them, both my sidelines, my downlines, every one of them, I work with them. And I try to teach them what I'm doing that is working for me. The thing is, just like what I said, you have to desire it. You have to be hungry for it. You understand me? You can push as much as you want to push. If that person is not willing, if that person is not hungry for it, you know, you would not get anything from that person. And with regards to my vision is to build a successful team, to have a successful team of men and women that I can actually look at, just like what I was saying to my team this morning when I had this. I said to them, listen, I'm in the UK. There's nothing stopping me from saying, oh, I've got a team member in France, and then they've got to NMD, and they say, oh, do you want to come over? I've got an event. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Because, you know, because I want to be able to reach out to as many people as I can to help them to get that financial independence. So.
That's awesome. Thank you. We have a question from Naomi. She's asking, what is your DMO, and what, like, if it has changed, you know, since you started, if your DMO changed, and what your DMO is today, and when did you realize that you needed to step up your game?
Okay. I think for me, I'm not going to say I have a specific DMO, to be honest to you. I'm one of those people that don't have a specific DMO, but all I know is the way I work is I drop my girls in school. I drop them from that time, from 9 o'clock when I get back home, up until 3 o'clock when I pick them. That's my working hour. Whatever I have to do, add people, talk to customers, speak to teamies, do any Zoom calls, do whatever I have to do. It has to fall within that time frame. So now, 3 o'clock, I pick them from school. I leave the house to pick them from school. We come back home. I deal with them. 8 o'clock, they're in bed. So anytime from 8 o'clock, I'm back on business again. So that's the way I do it. So I don't really have I'm not going to be able to say to you that this is my specific DMO, but for anyone that is looking for, the most important is that you're adding people. You're talking to people. But what I set for myself is, I set a goal for myself that every day I must talk to at least 5 people about the business. I must talk to 5 people about buying the product. So I do that every day. 5 people I must speak to. And then when I'm going on my way, I don't just do only on Facebook, as well, to people as well. When I go to my kids' schools, I talk to mothers in there and I tell them, what do you do? I kind of build a conversation with them. Oh, how are you? how is your day and things. And then from there, yeah, what are you doing? I get to ask them, what exactly are you doing? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Would you want to earn an extra income for yourself and things like that? So that's what I do. You know, so I don't really have any specific DMO.
Well, actually, yeah, your DMO is talking to at least 5 people a day. So that's your minimum that you do every day, and that has taken you where you are and is taking you where you're going, right? So I feel that is already a very good distinction, because you're not gonna stop until you don't get those 5 people. So that is what grant you to keep growing. Guys, if anyone has more questions, you can also unmute yourself and ask if you want. Charity, do you lead with the business, right? You don't lead with the product.
Do I do what, sorry?
Do you lead with the business more than with the product?
I believe in both.
Okay. No, but you usually offer the business mostly, or you offer
both? I offer them both.
Okay. Awesome.
Because the thing that I speak to them about both of them. But what I do is, when I send them the 1-minute video, I'm talking about what I do. Okay. So they ask me, what am I doing? And I explain to them about the business, and I explain to them about the products. So I put the two on the table for them. So they could decide, they could say to me, oh, I want to lose weight. I don't really want to do the business. I'm not the business kind of person, but I want to buy the product. So I move to the product side and talk with them about it. So I always put them on the table for them, because the thing that you might tell them about the product, and they might also be interested in the business, but because you've not spoken to them about the business, and then someone else might speak to them about it and get them to join their team. So I put the two on the table for them.
So that they can pick what they're more.
So they can pick what they want, exactly.
That's a very good tip. Okay. Mo is asking if you do Freedom Revolution or Shred 10 events. I'm not sure you're actually using the Freedom Revolution and the Shred 10 in the UK.
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah. This is more. These are more US resources and programs. So I don't think anyone is really using them in Europe. Do you do also live events? Do you do Zoom events, or you have only one-on-one conversation?
I do live event. I do live videos, and I do Zoom calls. I do Zoom trainings with them. Yeah, I do that.
But you don't do.
And also sometimes we do a business opportunity call, where you get to invite people who you might have spoken to, or get your team to invite people and then talk to them about the business and get them registered if they want to. Yeah.
Awesome. Question: who did you have to become to get to SC, since this is the fast track to SC call? And who did what person, who did you have to become to get to SC, and then to grow from SC to SSC and to QNMD? What did you have to learn? What did you have to change? Who did you have to become to move forward?
I think the thing is, what I do is, I think with what we're doing is, the most important thing is personal development. You have to develop yourself personally. You have to look at from what I do is, most of the times, if I'm not recruiting or talking to people about the business, I go to YouTube and I listen to most of this network marketing, all these motivational speakers. I listen to them and I get some inspiration, motivation from them, and I work with it. And the thing is, for me, getting from SC to SSC and then to QNMD now, it's all about the fact that I said to myself that no matter what happened, I look at it in the sense that I'm not in a race with anyone. I'm not racing with anybody. I take my time. I do what I have to do. And if at the end of every month, I'm able to get people to join the business and I work with them and I get my promotion, yes. But what I always do is, once I hit a promotion, I always make sure I reconfirm. I make sure. So it's like, for me, that period that I hit a new promotion, it's like, it's a new different me. There's a new, that fire. There's kind of a fire burning inside me, not wanting not to reconfirm, because I know the consequences of not reconfirming. When you don't reconfirm, that means you're going to have to do it all over again. And I don't want to be in that situation. So within that period, I think I see a different kind of me in the sense that I tend to stay up late, you know, to reach out to more people. I tend to chat with more people. I kind of exceed my 5 a day of speaking to people and all that. And I get to push my team as well, because the most important thing is you have to nurture your team. You need to nurture them. You need to, I don't know what I'm going to, you need to, like, you know, you pamper them as if you're pampering a baby, you know, just to get them to do what you, because I always believe that if I help you, my pampering you, my nurturing you is helping you, and at the same time, it's helping me as well. So it goes both ways. So that's what it is. You need to, I always say to them is, that's what we call, when you're doing customer service, for those of us that come from a customer service background, when you're attending to your customers, you tend to exceed your what is expected of you as a customer service person. So bring that into your business. Exceed what is expected of you. Go that extra mile in your business. You know, going an extra mile could be the fact that, okay, I've spoken to somebody and they've shown interest in the business. I have to follow them up. I follow them up. I disturb them. For that time period that I need them to come on the business, or for them to buy that product so that I can get my promotion. I disturb them. I speak to them. I follow them up. I send them messages. I build relationship. The most important is build relationship with them. Because for me, going to 3 years now in the business, I've had people that I've spoken to 2 years, 3 years down the line, and they said to me they were not interested, but they come back. Because what? Because you build that relationship with them. And then now they come back to you and they say to you, I'm ready. So relationship is very important.
Relationship first. Sorry, I muted myself again. Okay, awesome. I loved your passion and really loved how simple you keep it, because it's really all we need to put into our business. And I love the exceeding your minimum, going the extra mile. And I think you can do that only if you remind yourself your vision and your purpose. That is what's gonna drive you. And also, when you said about like pampering the team, the team takes you to hit promotions, but it's you inspiring them to get their promotion, and your promotion should be only a like result.
Exactly.
Us inspiring them to hit their promotion. That's really, I think, what we have to focus on. So I love that you said that. So if we don't have any more questions, I really want to thank you for your time, Charity. I love.
Oh, you're welcome.
Enjoy your story better, and it was really great call, and I think you added a lot of value. So really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.